Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, summer's begun and the hot topics are definitely heating up. Wendy's sounding off on all the latest. And we've got your guide to great summer TV. Matt Roush is here, calling out his best bets in our summer TV preview. Plus, our favorite political expert, Rachel Maddow, hits the couch to break down the big headlines from Washington. Now, here's Wendy!
Back at you. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. My co-host, my studio audience. They're very opinionated. Good. I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for what? Got it. Thank you. My dress is from my line, Wendy Williams at hsn.com. All week long, I'm wearing the treats for you. So, what's the big story? Bruce. Goodbye, Bruce. Hello, Caitlyn Jenner. You know, at 65 years old, Bruce, who's now Caitlyn, is finally able to live his full life in his own truth. That has got to be one of the most painful things to keep a secret for 65, especially a secret that so identifies you. So congratulations, Caitlyn. And by the way, this is a 65-year, you look beautiful. I mean, she's got collarbone and she goes in at the waist. And she's wearing that bustier and it's not giving her camel toe. You know how bustiers can be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I heard that her stylist took her to trashy lingerie and then she got like a whole bunch of them and decided which one to wear. So this is not an expensive look if you would like to get it. And a tasteful, looks like B-cup, right? Yeah. She got the implants, you know, a couple of months ago. Remember in the magazines, they were showing her walking around with the bandages underneath her clothing, but they were zooming in so you could see the trace that she was wearing, you know, something or another. I gotta say, and the hair, great. I know that she got her face feminized and it worked. That jawline, the nose, the forehead. If you didn't know better, you would always assume that this was a woman, wouldn't you? My only thing is, I want her to maintain this look. And I don't mean that you have to go to the farmer's market in a bustier, fully beat. But what I do mean is, you know, I don't want to see Bruce anymore. Like, if you want us to call you Caitlyn, like, I will respect that. But I don't want to see Bruce at the Home Depot. It's called tinted moisturizer, a little brow gel, and some tinted lip balm, right, girls? And even when you wear sweats, I want like the cute ones that say pink on the back. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm like. I don't want sweats from the big tall shop, because I know you're 6 feet too. I want sweats like from the low raw. You know how we do. I just want to see Caitlyn. Oh, I don't want to see no man. Okay? Because you have really tried us for the last month, Caitlyn. So now, and then yesterday, and shout out to all my Facebook lovers and the haters. Okay, so because here they go, right? So here they go. Now, first of all, you know we're live out of New York at 10 a.m. It is about 10:05 right now. And I say that to you because if we're not in repeats, and this is a live show, which it is, then no, they were like, well, you talked about the story yesterday. You didn't even mention that Caitlyn is out. You're slow. Fire your Hot Topics team, right? Yes, like people go in on this show. You go in, that's okay, because we've all got thick skin on this side of the camera. But I'll say this, The announcement wasn't made until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So that's why we didn't talk about it. And by the way, we were all like in the TV, I had some people over. We were looking like, wow. Wow, it's amazing. And the pictures inside, if you get a chance to look at the pictures inside, my favorite one, she's sitting in the car with sunglasses and a red dress. It's a good one. Okay. But please, you know I am not a fan of Kris Jenner, but I'm an equal opportunity lover and hater. And now what I will say is stop saying that Caitlyn looks better than Kris, okay? Stop. They both look great, number one. Number two, if I was Kris, this is me being the wife, if I was, or the ex-wife, whatever, if I was Kris, I would be eternally angry at this entire situation. I'm sorry, I would be. And I'd be even more angry that Caitlyn is so beautiful. Because a lot of men try to transition. And some of you all, no bueno, okay? But Caitlyn is doing it to death. I'm just going to take a poll of my co-host. Clap if you were Kris as the ex-wife for 25 years. Clap if you would feel eternal resentment at this entire thing. Then you are my people. Then you're my people. Okay, so the article is many, many pages long. A lot of the stuff we already knew about him, or excuse me, her. But in the article, it talked about his 4 oldest kids, which I didn't know this because they all participated in the Diane Sawyer thing in one way or the other, correct? Yep. His 4 oldest kids won't be doing the Caitlyn docuseries on E. They don't like it to be on E. I agree. E, I love you like cooked food. But this right here, the Caitlyn situation is a little too real, and I do feel it needs to be on something like the Discovery Channel or TLC or something like that. I mean, E is just too kitschy-coo. How are you gonna have, you know, that kind of programming and then have something as serious as Caitlyn? So I agree with the kids. I guess they probably also want to live a more private life. I don't know. I do know that Caitlyn will be debuting at an award show on ESPN, the ESPY Awards. You know the ESPY Awards? Caitlyn's going to be getting the award for bravery. The Arthur Ashe Courage Award, and I want to see her beat down. Okay? And that's gonna be on July 15th on the ESPYs. And one more thing, you know, Caitlyn still has the spirit of the rest of the attention-seeking Kardashians. I just have to say this, okay? Because Caitlyn has taken all the attention from Southwest. In my mind, that's gonna be the next baby. Like Kim, nobody is checking for you, and whether you're pregnant or not, whether you have a surrogate or not, nobody's checking for any of that. People are, this shock is going to last for at least the 9 months while Kim is gestating. And by the way, for the rest of Caitlyn's life, right? All right, in conclusion, sorry, Kris. Congratulations, Caitlyn. And we'll be watching. It's so rainy and cold outside. I'm surprised you guys are so enthusiastic. When I was back there standing, waiting for the doors to open, I was like, wow, they're really exceptionally energetic. It's like 50 degrees in New York, and it's raining so bad that our water situations, like our ponds are flooding, and they're literally fish floating down the street. You all saw that on the news this morning? And people will try to catch their dinner, you know, on Broad Street. No, don't eat the fish. Put them back in the pond. Okay, anyway, so yesterday it was all about bad news and career ending for Iggy Azalea, if you were watching, remember? But today it's good news. You know, she just got engaged to her NBA boyfriend, Nick Young. Now, I like them together. I don't know either one of them, but I like them together. I like that she has somebody to support her during what seems to be a really tough career to get going. First, she was made fun of because she's from Australia, and I guess people are still stuck on the white thing and that she's not real hip hop, so that's tough enough. But now, she's apparently paranoid to go on tour to present her thing in front of you all. I was telling you yesterday, she canceled the tour in February, and now she just canceled her September tour, and she doesn't want to tour, you know, with her world tour until her album comes out in 2016. And I was saying, in 2016, we would have forgotten Iggy what, Iggy who? Nobody will care. Like, you've got to strike while the iron is hot. So the ring is nice. It's 10 points, like 5 carats. It's very beautiful. And he had it designed for her. Nick, by the way, is a father of 1. His son's name is Nick Jr., like the channel. And he's adorable. And these two have been together for like 2 years, but come here. I think this is a pity engagement. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the music world has given her the business about her music. Then the world at large seems to give her the business about her surgicalizations. And then that stupid comparison to that movie White Chicks, which I think Iggy Azalea, no, if you squint, you see, I think Iggy Azalea is a very beautiful girl. But I also believe that Nick is so into her that every day she comes home from the studio or when he comes off the road from playing basketball, she's in the house with a pint of ice cream or a cheesecake like the Golden Girls when they're having problems. You know, Dorothy and Blanche and them, they love a cheesecake. And they cut it at the kitchen table and they talk about their problems. So I think that this has really gotten her down, and behind the four walls of their house, she's probably very woe is me. And I bet you he's the kind of guy who's very attentive to that. And he just decided to it was his 30th birthday, and he dropped down on one knee and asked her, she's only 20. Yeah, it looks like the party was at like Hogs and Pfeffers or something like that, right? I don't know where the party was, but everything is not fancy. They're not a fancy couple. Their first date was to Target. I think that's the most brilliant thing. I'm not gonna go into my own deal because I have a headache. But I think that when you first meet somebody, if you have a bunch of money or something like that, or you have a few dollars to spend and your date knows that you can spend them, the best thing to do is to take them to a big box store with flip-flops and buy paper towels, grab a few sandwiches, no, superficial. Grab a few sandwiches, go to the park, open up that thing, drink beer out of the bottle, and you look, like, fellas, I'm gonna tell you something. That's how you know that the girl that you're on the first and fifth date with could be your girl for a lot longer. You'd be real regular. And you save all that fancy stuff for another time. So it worked, and they're in love, and there he is giving the ring. And only thing is, if I was 24, I'd rather have a career than a big ring. I'm sorry. Sorry. Just saying. Number one, marriage is not for everyone. Number two, this is not 1845 when girls have to be getting married at 20 years old, 24 years old, and whatnot. That's number one and two. Number three, this is now a woman's world. Hillary's running for the White House. By the way, me and Rachel are gonna talk about that later. This is 2015 when women are ruling the world. We are graduating from school at a higher rate than men. And I just feel like, and take it from a person who's been married for 17 years. Marriage does change what a woman's able to do regarding her career. And I just feel, at 24 years old, I'd rather have a world tour and a second album and fans who love me, Iggy, than a ring, that's all. But you do what you want, and we'll keep talking until we forget about you. Truth? Can I get a mm-hmm? Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Taylor cut them like yesterday's bad habit, okay? Two of her best friends broke the girl code. As a matter of fact, it's not even a girl code, it's a friendship code. As a matter, it's not even a friend, it's just what civilized people do. Taylor's good friends with Ellie Goulding. I didn't know who that was by name, but she sings that song, Love Me Like You Do. You know that song? I sang on Broadway, don't look at me like that, Brendan. So look. She's best friends with that Ellie Gould and also Lorde. You know, I wanna be royal. Okay. Anyway, so the two best friends were at a party where Katy Perry was. Now, everybody knows that Taylor Swift and Katy Perry are no longer getting along at all. Enemies. Persona non grata. She's dead to them. Okay. But what do these girls do? You call yourself besties and you're having a good time with Katy Perry in the background? Taylor Swift, pay them dust. They're dead to you. Come in. I believe in loyalty, and I tend to get very possessive. You know, if you're with me, you're with me. And I'm not going, you know, you're with me like this. But the second you're against me, I don't even call you and tell you bye. Like, I am the biggest friend cutter, and people cut. Listen, I will cut you like, and not even tell you why. And then call up the phone company and have your number blocked from my phone. And then you try to send me mail and I put return to send. Like, I am the worst who ever did it. So, but I told you that my New Year's resolution was to work on a gray area. We're almost 6 months into the new year and I still have no gray area. I'm either black or white. You're either with me or against me. Taylor, cut them. Yeah. Done. Done. That's why I don't really get like the housewives shows and stuff. They put so much energy into saving friendships and being stabbed and all that. Like I just don't have time. Anyway, so it looks like Sierra's ex-fiance Future has moved on, but not far. Future is back with his ex, Brittany, with an I. Now let me tell you about Brittany. Future has 4 kids with 4 babies' mothers. No, well, I knew that she shouldn't have married or Sierra, you shouldn't have gotten involved to begin with. That's just too much. And I like Future, but I don't like a lot of baggage for my young girls, particularly if you don't have children yourself. You're 4 kids and 4 babies' mamas, and by the way, Brittany is baby's mama number 3. Now in my head, I'll bet you Future never stopped sleeping with her. I bet you he never did. And I bet you Future, and I was saying this to I wanted to believe that this was a real relationship, Future and Sierra. And I knew who Future was because I have a hip hop household. But a lot of you did not know who Future was, correct? So to me, Sierra upgraded him because in terms of now, more people know who he is. And even though Sierra is beautiful and she's talented, I think I said this to you, or maybe it was in my head. I now believe that he used her for the upgrade and never stopped being with Brittany, because a lot of guys still like that boo thing from around the way. It's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of girls still like a boo thing from around the way. It's comfortable. Anyway, Sierra even hung out with Brittany in the past. Now look, let me explain the picture. These 2 girls over here, one of them is Future's sister, but the other one is one of the baby's mothers. And this right here is Brittany, who's probably laughing at Sierra because she just got finished being with Sierra's man 5 seconds before the picture. Like, do you understand? Is your mind going where my mind is going? Yes. Sierra, you are beautiful, darling, and that's why and we've talked very openly about it. Nobody's buying that Sierra music. And I've been giving her advice since forever to do what? Model. Well, thanks for watching the show. Guess what? Sierra has just done a lucrative contract with Roberto Cavalli. She's the face. And she looks fantastic. And yes. So, in conclusion, she doesn't need you to buy her music. She's a model and she's beautiful. And congratulations. Say, listen, I want to tell you something special that we're doing here on the show through the month of June with the help of our friends at Aaron's. We're giving away new rooms each week in our Win a Room in June contest. We did this last season, you guys loved it. Do you need new appliances for your kitchen or your laundry room? Or do you need some new bedroom furniture for you or your kid or even your teen kids? If you want a chance to win a room in June, log on to wendyshow.com and tell us why you need that new room and you may end up owning it.